talked about how terrible World War I was, and I've talked about how terrible the Italian front was, right? The Italians are having to fight the Central Powers throughout the whole Alps, so their no man's land was this. Just absolutely terrible. To assault a position, this is what they were having to do while being attacked. Now, the entirety of the front looked more like this all the way up to Switzerland over here. And while there was battles up here in the mountain, it's incredibly mountainous, as I showed you in those other pictures. And so most of the fighting actually happened over here on the Isonzo River, which had 12 battles, with victories going back and forth between the two sides, sometimes resulting in Italian victories, sometimes resulting in Central Powers victories. And the conclusion was the last battle actually ended up in a Central Power victory, and they started pushing the Italians out before they eventually rebounded. Now, while it was flatter, it was still this, which is still a very hard terrain to assault an enemy position, but a very easy one to defend from. Because while it was less mountainous, it was still fairly mountainous, pretty hilly, and so they were able to just sit on top their hillside and shoot down as people tried to run up this one. However, they then would have to assault the other side and have the exact same thing happen to them. There was a lot of incompetent leaders on all sides of World War I. However, I feel like the Italians really took the cake with some of theirs.